This machine costs $3 billion, takes 7 years to build, and if even one weld is wrong, everyone inside dies.
Building a submarine isn't construction, it's controlled insanity. And only 8 countries on Earth can do it right.
It starts with steel, but not just any steel. Submarine hull steel is 4 inches thick.
Submarine strong enough to withstand 3,000 pounds per square inch. That's like balancing a pickup truck on every square inch of surface. Every single weld has to be perfect. Not good, perfect. Because at depth, even a microscopic crack becomes a catastrophic failure point. Welders train for years just to qualify for submarine work. X-rays check every inch of every weld.
Ultrasonic sensors verify thickness. If one weld fails inspection, they cut it out and start over. Why? Because at 1,000 feet down, a failed weld doesn't leak purlars, it explodes inward like a bomb.
Submarines aren't built in one piece. They're assembled from modules, massive pre-built sections constructed separately.
Submarines, each module is a complete environment. Living quarters, control systems, weapons bays, engine rooms. Submarines built with everything already inside. Flivver, pipes, wires, bunks, computers, flivvers, then sealed.
Here's the insane part. Once these modules are welded together, you can't access most of the internal systems anymore.
If something breaks after assembly, it might be physically impossible to fix. So everything has to work perfectly. The first time. Forever.
Submarines spend months testing each module. Pressure tests, electrical tests, flooding simulations.
Submarines. Only when every system passes do they move to final assembly. And that's when things get really crazy.
Watch what happens next. Giant cranes lift sections weighing hundreds of tons. They're positioned within millimeters of perfect alignment. Then, welders seal them together in joints that can never fail.
This welding process takes months. Every seam is critical. Every joint is inspected dozens of times.
The tolerances are so tight that temperature changes during construction can throw off measurements.
They build submarines indoors in climate-controlled facilities for this exact reason.
But here's what nobody tells you. They seal the nuclear reactor inside before the submarine is finished. That's right, the reactor goes in mid-construction. It's too big to fit through any door or hatch, so they install it, then build the rest of the submarine around it. That reactor will run for 30 years without refueling. It's welded inside, permanently. If it ever needs major work, they have to cut the submarine open.
Finally, after 7 years and $3 billion, it's time to test if this thing actually works. They launch it, load it with crew, and then comes the moment of truth, the deep dive test.
They take this untested submarine down to maximum depth with people inside.
If the hull has a flaw, if a weld is weak, if the steel isn't perfect, it implodes. Everyone dies.
There's no practice run. No unmanned test. Humans go down first.
The hull groans. Metal creaks. Pressure gauges climb. At depth,
The entire submarine compresses by inches. The hull shrinks. If it survives, they go deeper and deeper, testing every system, pushing every limit. Only after months of trials does the submarine get declared operational.
And then it disappears beneath the waves for 6 months at a time, going places nobody knows, doing things nobody talks about.
7 years, $3 billion, thousands of workers, all to build a machine that operates where humans shouldn't survive. That's what it takes to conquer the deep. Subscribe to see more engineering that shouldn't be possible.